Hello everybody and welcome back to Vintage Story. Now we are finally on 1.14.2 to be exact. So we've updated. Now I've made a lot of changes which I'll quickly try and run through. So pretty much just inside's all the same still at the moment, a little bit reorganizing. And I'm in the process of trying to combine what was our cellar with sort of an attachment room here as well. Cellar's still the same, but hopefully in the near future it'll get improved. Now what you may notice in my inventory, we have this beautiful little copper saw, and I've also made a few changes out here. This is after a little bit of testing. This is sort of going to be the plot style we go with. So we have our paths on the ground, which are actually stone paths, not just the little pavement blocks. Now what I'm going to try and do today is I'm going to build a fencing all around this to keep it safe. We're going to till this soil, and we're going to try and get a bucket so we can place in our water blocks from over here. Yeah, as you can see here, this part looks a bit like a disaster just because I was testing around with a few ideas here and there. But this is sort of the idea we're going to go with, that we can try and replicate across a few spots as we need over time. But yeah, let's get started with that. So I think first up, let's start working on this fence. So I've got my copper saw. Put that in my inventory, put the blocks over here, there we go. We can just make a bunch of boards that are pine type, which is fine. Now this is where we're going to need all of our sticks. Now if I recall correctly, I think to build it, it is this way. Oh wow, that's actually a lot. I thought maybe it would just give us a couple, but it looks like one set gives us 8 wooden fences, which is pretty awesome. Let's do that. And I believe for the gate, it is the reverse. Now I'm going to want actually probably a few of these. Got to make sure the house looks a bit stylish within my creative limitations. Here we are. Oh, so that should give us 4 gates. Perfect. Let's get this started. So my idea here will be a gate to enter in. Look at that. Fence on the side. Ah, cool, it does it. Awesome. Here we are. And this will be another side. This will eventually sort of connect through, but I'll keep them segmented. That way, you know, it reduces risk, at least over time. But yeah, let's try and pop this down over here. I'll eventually have to figure out a better system. And I'll have to clear that up as well. Oh, didn't work here. There we are. Look at that. Seamless. Alright, let me finish off the rest of this. Alrighty, so this is done, fence is up. I'm out of cobblestone, so I was thinking maybe I should just try and place down my oil lamp, because of course you want to make sure you have lighting, especially at night. But yeah, I didn't realise until now, you can just plop down your lamp right on top, right on top of the fence, just like that. That should make it a lot easier, don't have to keep putting up these little cobblestone blocks everywhere, although I still might. Now, fence is done. I've removed some of... That was weird. That is strange. I'm sure you can all see that. Just sort of sink down when you go to the fence. Alright, that's fine. You probably notice here, I've just cleared this out as well, just so nothing can just jump over. But now with that out of the way, let's till this soil, just for anyone who hasn't done it before. I've done it in the creative, just to test it out. That's it. So we've got medium fertility, which is great. Now, I think moisture's at 100% because it's raining. But what we're going to do is actually take a water block and place it in these little sections here to try and always keep these. And when I was testing it, if it's directly next to it, it will be 75%. At the moment, it's just 100 because of the rain. But let's work on that. And I actually want to show off how to do the water bucket because, well, it's a little bit different to what you might expect, and I actually thought it wasn't possible at one stage. But let's take our little flax twine, which is really sad because I want this for a bow. But let's do that. Wooden bucket. Grab onto this. So you can just come over here, just right click on just any of the source blocks. I don't think it matters if it's this either, but just right click on a source block. This is the part that I completely missed when I was doing the testing. So all you have to do is come over here, sneak. Oh, wrong button, see? Always easy to forget this. Grab that. Hold control. And then right click. So Sneak will place the block, so it'll place your water bucket. But if you hold control, and that's why I gave up, got stuck, you'll place the actual source block itself. And this will mean that these will stay at 75%. I'll still have to test that further. I've only just tested it on a creative side, just to see how to do a bit more of an efficient layout. Now, as for moisture, I actually have no idea if at this stage it matters. I didn't want to risk it, because I'm most likely going to be out running and exploring. I probably won't be tending to the farm too much. So I figured, why risk it? Just place the water block, keep it at 75%. If it's further away, so I think if it's 2 blocks away, it'll be 50. If it's 3 blocks away, it's 25%. That's where I'm not sure if it makes a difference or not yet. But why take the chance? Gonna try and keep things as automated as possible. And I will see you back in a second after I fill in all these blocks and till all this soil. Although I don't know if my flint hoe is going to last that long, but we'll see. Alrighty, so we're back. This is all tilled. The tool will do the job if you make sure you don't break the grass with it at the same time. It lasts a little bit longer. Now, for those who might be wondering, yes, as I just tested here, you can just right click on that water source block you placed. Whoops. Don't throw your bucket on the ground. And then just place it again here. Hold control, place it down, pick it up. There you go, just repeat the process and easy done. We now have what is effectively the shell of our first farming plot. Now, I think it's only August. Yeah, I haven't gotten into the body temperature mechanics that have just popped up yet, but that's fine. I'll worry about that a little bit later. Hopefully, if I start getting hurt, I'll care more. But it's August. So, now, I'm from the Southern Hemisphere. I'm from Australia, so I'm used to December being very hot. But I'm pretty sure in this case it's going to be winter there, so we should start getting prepared. Let's go grab some of our seeds and let's just place them down. So this is what the cellar still looks like, nothing too special. We are running out of food though, so that's why I care more about this. But let's look what we have here. We have rye seeds, turnips, carrots. Oh, we've only got 3 carrots, wow. I was hoping to have a good season of carrots, but that's fine. We'll take what we can get, right? Let's move this over there. Cool, so we have some carrots. I want to use those. They can survive -10 and 32. Now, I think it's cooling down at the moment, so it should be okay. It's no longer summer. Let's see here. Those turnips are 27. You know, I don't really want to risk that one just yet, just in case, especially at the beginning. Rye seeds, absolutely. Let's get half of those. All right, let's check this back out again. So, let me correct myself here. So it's K is for calcium, or as Game Server explained to me, calcium or potassium. So P here is phosphorus, and then is nitrogen. So now the important part here that I looked at when I was doing the testing as well is that, so I think it would be good to have a split between the type of nutrients that are being used. That way we can try and, I guess, cycle our crops. Because if we place carrot seeds in one crop, it's going to drain the K nutrient. And so then we can always cycle it out later with, say, a rye seed, which is going to drain the N nutrient afterwards. That way we can try and keep them moving around each other. How I might fix that in the future is I might look into doing, as I have now with the plots sections, probably something a bit more efficient where, you know, one plot dedicated for one seed and then swap it out as time goes forward. But we'll just see how that goes anyways. But so we've got some here. We've got our carrot, rye seeds, onion seeds. Do we have anything else that's great? Flax seeds, absolutely. I really hope these ones do well though, because, well, I need them. I need as much flax as I can get. And we have spelt seeds. I have no idea what spelt is, honestly, but that's fine. All right, let's get this going. I am really excited to finally make some progress here. That's fine. I don't need the soil anyways. Got plenty. Back into our spot. This should keep us safe from, well, wolves for now. So what do we have here? We have carrots. Carrots, absolutely first up. And I hope I'm not doing anything wrong here, because I need these crops to survive. So carrots, that's fine. They use K. Then we're going to have flax seeds. You know what? I might put them somewhere along this as well. I'll put them here. There we are. Now we have rye seeds, cool. These are going to take up their own section, which is great. Let's put them here. And we have some onion seeds. Wow. This looks spectacularly unremarkable. But that's fine. Okay, so these ones use phosphorus. I'll place them there. Alright. So I've got medium fertility soil for this, which is great. It means the nutrient levels will be at 50% and they'll return there. We can get things like fertilizer. I've got plenty of bones, which are great. I know they fill up one of these, which will probably be the resource that we use the most. But that's pretty great for now. Let's see here. What else can we look at from that angle? So what I'm thinking of at some point in the future is this idea here. When we have a bit more seeds, maybe after the winter. I don't know if we're going to get through it now, but maybe to have this duplicated maybe once or twice, and that way we can have, you know, a P farm, a K farm, and an N farm, and just cycle it around in order to keep a bit more of an efficient farm. And of course that'll be difficult to track anyways, because we're going to have some that use more nutrients than others, but testing is how we get the results. Now, I think from a farming point, that's pretty much it for now. I mean, I'm going to go explore and see if I can find more seeds, because this is so lackluster. But it's great to have that started and the blueprint for what is going to be our future farming operation. So I hope everyone enjoyed. In the next episode, we might explore farming a bit more. But I also think we're going to look at massively overhauling our storage system now that we have our trusty copper saw. So I hope you liked the episode and look forward to seeing you in the next one.